Hi, I'm Arjan Visser, a human-centered futurist, a friend and sparring partner for entrepreneurs and diplomats who dare to pioneer, those who shape the direction for a human-centered creative age. In this episode, I was interviewed and did not know the questions up front. You will hear my raw and unscripted answers. Today we explore how embracing foresight and the capacity to sense the future can transform leadership and business practices. Let's dive in. Community is important. And not just community. A community of peers is important. Peers who are on the same journey, who are on the same page as you are. Stepping into who you are becoming, stepping up into a role that is actually already yours. And then I mean with your identity and your authority, is not possible without strong mirrors around you. Peers who are honest, brutal, and give you feedback based on your journey, not based on their own stake or their own interest. So having an inner circle around you who is not owning the same responsibilities or running the same business. So they're outside of your work circle, but they are your inner circle because they know who you are, who you want to become, what drives you, what motivates you, what inspires you, and where you want to go. They support you in your vision. They support you in where it takes more effort to climb your personal mountain of personal growth. So community is key. And to make it easy, it's not just community. I believe you have a household community, those you share daily life with. You have a peer community, those you learn with and are outside of your daily life circle. And of course, the bigger circle, those who receive your value. So just communities based on shared interest is not enough. There needs to be the peer element for your personal growth that support you in your personal awakening, your personal revival, and support you when it gets tough. And the future is unpredictable, so it will be tough. And then you need just people to stand alongside you, to encourage you to keep going for what you have faith for, to go after and pursue your vision. The non-negotiable mindset shift for sustainable business in the creative age is that we create an environment where people can learn. So it needs to be a safe environment for people to make mistakes, experiment with what works and what doesn't work, without punishment. That mindset shift, that we feel safe to make mistakes, sets people free to accelerate in their personal growth and learning, and to give them all, to give their best, and to take risk. Risk is an interesting acronym because we talked in the question, we mentioned sustainability. If sustainability is just the environment and taking care of resources, we miss the point. If we translate sustainability with keep momentum, it is the effort we do in the whole experience to make sure that whatever comes out of it keeps going and it releases us to start the next cycle. And the next cycle, I take the acronym RISK. Recognize the emerging future. Identify its opportunities. Step up in maturity and keep momentum. This entrepreneurial perspective on keeping momentum in general is every time extending and expanding of what is emerging and how we identify the opportunity in it. So it gives us a tool, we nearly say a cyclus process to grow. And growth without sustainability, we just step into something and we get stuck. So we need to always include that we need to keep momentum. So to summarize, we need a mindset that is shared across the whole organization, that we are allowed to learn and encouraged to learn, and that includes making mistakes. When we make a mess, we clean it up. And part of the learning curve is that we know how to implement its sustainability so that we are released at the end and can go to the next cycle of learning. The one thing that I really would love to share with every entrepreneur to implement it immediately into their daily practice is futurizing. Futurizing is not an inaccessible tool, practice, or process. It's based on that you can sense something ahead of time and work with that. We all have that experience. We think of someone and then we meet that person or that person calls us. That awareness of what's not yet here is actually you being able to futurize, to develop a foresight. And I wish every entrepreneur got access to this practice for one simple reason. Clarity connected to foresight, so ahead of time seeing what's coming, gives you the possibility to focus on what really matters for you, for your personal growth, your identity, your vision alignment with your business. And it sets you up for success. It redefines what success looks like, and it gives you an internal drive to keep going, to reach high, aim high, and achieve it. That's a good question. Yeah, maybe it's a long haul. Maybe it's a step too far to just implement futurizing in your business. But like mentioned before, your personal development helps you not to get stuck. Stepping into who you are becoming keeps you in the motion, keeps you learning, and through your learning, you will inspire others to learn. And futurizing as part of your personal development is key. And you already are equipped to do it because you sensed there was more of your identity at hand and is needed for the next chapter in your business. So we talked about in the previous episode, we talked about feeling stuck. And I try to rephrase that. You're not feeling stuck. You sense there is a fuller version of you at hand, a future version of your identity, and you need to step into it. So don't miss the invitation. And stepping into that and using futurizing tools helps you to actually make that possible. And that's the start of implementing futurizing. So don't just introduce it into your business, introduce it first in your personal development and model your learning through futurizing to the rest of the people you are responsible for. Thank you for staying with me to the end. I believe it gave you something to think about, and I hope something to act on. I love to read your thoughts in the comments below. Next week, I'll go deeper into how to go from flow to foresight with one of my peers. But if you can't wait and you're ready to explore the future with us, you can join the A.L.T forum at alt.businessrevivalist.com. This is an exclusive peer dialogue for visionary leaders to step into the future together. And to make it easy,